Good day to everyone, I am Sacred and thank you for joining me in another mod spotlight in Hearts of Iron 4. Well, today we are going to take a look to the newly released mod called Better Britain, United Kingdom Focus Tree Revamp. Well, how you may think already, well, it's about the British focus tree. And to everyone who would like to support me on Patreon, feel free to do so. Link is included down below in the description. You can choose from getting a Patreon for $1, $2, and $5. Even if you choose to get it for $1, you will get special rights and tags on Discord, so go sure to check it out. If not, then I still thank you a lot for viewing my videos. It's greatly appreciated. So, then let's, wait until the game finishes loading and then take a look. So nothing changed in the world map. The world map in the vanilla game still looks normal, like Britain didn't get any custom territories, etc. So the normal government is actually one-to-one the same. But what happens if we go and play as the United Kingdom? Well, let's get straight into the game. But first, before we start, let's see what the mod description has to say us. So, Better Britain, United Kingdom Focus Tree Revamp. A mod that almost completely revamps the British National Focus Tree. At the moment, only the Communist and Fascist trees has been completed, but I have made pins to include a completely remade Democratic tree. There is also a new general that is unlocked through the focus tree. There's two different versions depending on which secret police force you choose. She is only unlockable through the Communist tree. The Fascist tree has been completed. If you're looking for censorship, you won't find it here. There's a sort of alternative route that makes it so you don't have to go particularly evil, but just a fair warning. It's not that bad when you compare it to some of the stuff in other media, but it's definitely darker than the vanilla game. I don't actually condone those actions, but I just thought it would lead to a more interesting experience. This is hopefully not an OP mod. It doesn't have many factories. When it's completed, it may include custom focusable industry, but for now it just uses the generic focuses. So, completed Communist tree, Fascist tree to do, Democratic tree, Industrial tree, Army, Navy, Air Force trees, events, more localization and general improvements. So let's have a look at the focus tree. This is how it looks like. So let's start from the left side. On the left side we have the basic British home defense and the basic British focus which Britain had, which just adds, land forts and fortifications in the provinces. Like in Singapore, in home, in the Mediterranean, in the Iraq, that's all the same. Then you have the normal construction and armament effort here. Well, these are these just got taken over from the vanilla focus tree. So just you get more factories here and more infrastructure, not really that needed, I think. So the main progress has been done here. Here you can go for political reform, then you can choose either a communist and a fascist path. We will take a closer look to both of them. In this spotlight, I will spotlight first to the fascist path and secondly the communist path. So let's get straight going. We will ignore the other factors of the game and just, maybe just select technology since we are waiting for the focus to complete. But other than that, our focus is solely on the, on the focus tree. Let's maybe just get some of these stuff. I really don't mind, to be honest. There we go, fine, just weapons, and fighters, there we go. All our king lights, such a great shine. Oh no, it's good factories, so the game doesn't tell to us all the time, oh, you have to do more factories. There we go, this should be great and enough. Yeah, then so the first focus tree is called political reform. After our unavailing victory in the First World War, some in our country have begun looking to more extreme forms of government in order to regain our national sovereignty. Whereas others see no purpose in changing an already working machine. So it's completed, we'll go the fascist path first, so re-intervention. Let's see, reintervention means they talk of democracy, freedom, fairness. Those are the creeds of cowards. The ones who will listen to 1,000 viewpoints and try to satisfy them all. Achievements comes through absolute power, and power through strength. The effect is the change in popularity of the Fascist Party in 10%. Well, in 10% that's quite a bit, I'll have to admit, you'd have to admit. There, it's certainly quite a bit there. Yeah, let's finish that, fine. So, reintervention, which will revive the British Union of Fascists, led by Oswald Mosley, to 12%, shockingly 12%. I will not pick any advisors and just look to the strength of orders. So we can actually go for both. We can go for black shirts and for power to the military. I'll go for power to the military. So power to the military. It has come to the point that our military is not just ineffective, it is undisciplined. The time has come to reform it. Maybe giving its leaders more power will do the job. Effect, change in popularity of fascist 5%, gains the national spirit, power to the military, which grants a recruitable population of 1.5%. That's a undoubtedly nice focus story. It will be better if you would actually continue to get some. Oh, it's 1.5 years ahead, so I'll not rather go for that stuff. Just get it done here, fine, and continue. There we go. Excuse me, please. So, I will not take any advisors. We'll only see if you're able to get fascist without spamming, actually. Well, let's see the facts in the vanilla game. In vanilla, you were only able to get fascist through an advisor, they had no other way. But now, well, you can get through focus tree. So now we are researching black shirts. The British black shirts are the hallmark of military power. Promoting them will improve morale in the military. Effect gains national spirit black shirts, which grants effect of thousands honors minus 15%, foreign subversive activities efficiency minus 10%, change in popularity of fascist 7%. Well, then apparently we will be able to do the coup d'etat already. That will be quite interesting. So we are getting the black shirts into the UK. The thing is that since we are the leader of the Allies, it may be a problem since France, I don't know if they would like to join us. We'll find this out though, that's for sure. We'll find it out if they would like to join us or not in that case. Yeah. Let's just get the ships done. Well, I might play it later as well, but I don't think so since so fascist coup. Let's do the fascist coup. The generals are in position. In their base, the plan can be executed. Politics will change. British Union of Fascists becomes the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. Change of popularity of fascists 50%. Well, this would mean, well, the British Union of Fascists have a popularity of 24% already. This would mean that their popularity would skyrocket up to, well, to 74%. If the fascist coup works. So, with this mod you can get really easily fascist. That's interesting, isn't it? That you can get fascist so easily. Well, being fascist doesn't mean you would have to, well, jump the axis. You could still be an ally and even guarantee Poland. Which would mean that you would still be in war with Germany. Despite the fact that you are two of being fascists. So that would be an interesting thing, and it actually worked. The United Kingdom is still called the UK, so that's a thing I like. It isn't called the British Empire, which it normally gets called when you turn fascist, but this hasn't been the case now. It's called the United Kingdom, which I really like. So a great shout out to the developer here, not to name it to the British Empire. So the British Union of Fascists will enact partial mobilization first, and secondly they will go for political purges. Let's see, political purges. No enemy of the king. What happened? Okay, it is no secret that no love is lost between George VI and the British Union of Fascists. Voices in Parliament are now calling for his resignation in favor of his exiled brother, Edward the Eighth. This is a man less foreign to the idea of unity through strength, and a man with vision for England. His ideas are the qualities we seek in the leader for our nation. Well, Edward the... Oh, what? We could actually get Edward the Eighth as the leader of the fascist country. Well, for the sake of the empire, Edward the Eighth must rule. That's nice. I'm gonna go for it. So now look to this, Edward the Eighth. Oh, that's interesting. Edward the Eighth is ruling the British Union of Fascists. Edward the Eighth. Edward the Eighth is ruling the British Union of Fascists. That's hilarious. That's a nice thing. Well, he is an inexperienced imperialist, but that's more or less interesting, at least. Well, that's nice to see. That's nice to spectate. That's certainly. I wouldn't have expected that to see. That's a nice thing, yeah. Certainly. Well, nice thing. Well, quite unexpected. Not bad, not bad. Well, for example, the French, yeah, they really don't like us since we are fascists, but this doesn't matter. We are doing some sweep. We are sweeping our country like Stalin did. Well, Stalin is communist, but we are still purging our country, but with fascist measures. So the effects will be against the national spirit political purges, which grants political power gain minus 50%, change in popularity of fascists plus 100%, and national unity minus 10%. So next thing, we can go for martial law or military academies. I will go ahead and go for martial law. Let's go for martial law, which will give us the following: not to be constrained in dealing justice. We must relax the laws on what can and what cannot be done in the name of the law. Gain spirit martial law, which grants effective partners of minus 5%, foreign subversive activities, subversive activities minus 20%. So let's continue with the research here, clearly. Yep. The Grand Battle Plan, yeah, great. So, we are progressing with the martial law in the British... Oh, now it's actually called British Empire. Well, it makes sense since the ruler is actually the emperor as well. So the emperor is the ruler of the fascist party. That's interesting to say the least. I will not join us because we don't like Germany. Although we are fascists. Martial law. Now time to militarize the police. Militarize the police will give us, if we were to militarize the police, it would free up soldiers whose jobs include police work. It would also mean that in the event of an invasion we would have a much better resistance force. Against national spirits, which grants recruitable population 2%, effective partisans. On us minus 5%, gains basic national unity plus 5%. There we go. That's a nice thing. The British Empire. Rule Britannia, Britannia. Rule the world. Oh, we are actually not able to guarantee power. That's quite a shame. That's quite a shame, to say the least, yeah. Well, we'll go towards the Germans nevertheless. Yep. At one point. So, time. Oh, what? Australia seek distance from Commonwealth. In a speech this morning, Prime Minister John Curtin announced an Australian government's decision to grow stability as an oceanic state. This means looking to new shores than those of the Great Britain's Europe. As the Australian people can no longer bear the weight of foreign conflicts on their shoulders. In a direct reference to the King's speech at the Open last Parliament, John Curtin hit that points home by stating, "Never another Gallipoli." The rapturous cheers from the crowds indicate a new era of Australian politicians has begun. Where it will end, the world can only begin to speculate. Oh, I just speculated away. Well, so Australia began to separate away from us, which makes sense since we became fascist and all of our dominions are still democratic. So, we can either integrate the black shirts or go for harsh laws and public executions. Public executions. Well, I will go and integrate the black shirts or the spotlight. So let's integrate them. If we were to integrate the black shirts into our police forces, it would improve both their resistance effectiveness and crushing the resistance of others. Against the national spirit, reform black shirts, which grants effect of partisans Well, that's minus 50%. Foreign subversive activities, minus 40%. Well, that is nice. So, time to integrate. Well, we have a free manpower of 1.24 million already, so you'll have no problems with British manpower. That's for sure. We have spirit power to the military, black shirts, political purges, martial law, and the militarized police. That is not bad. So, Britain could actually invite one of the, one of the countries here. You think we should do this? Well, we have 19 divisions, we could do this. Let's send them all the way down below here. So, let's just get 10 of those to sign into, let's say, The Hague and these 3 provinces. So, next one will be militarized schools. Militarize schools. If we were to militarize our schools, it would improve the effectiveness of any soldier who joined the military immediately afterwards. It would also improve the effectiveness of our partisans. Against national spirit, militarized schools, which grants recruitable population factor 2,000 what? 2,500%. 2,500%. Well, if that is not overpowered, 2,000, that would mean like 200 million. Oh, that can't be. That can't be. Well, let's see. I mean, perhaps you only wanted to make it 25 and not 2,500, because 2,500, well, just imagine, it's 25 times more than normal. So, our current manpower multiplied by 25 times. Well, that would be quite a bit. And what in the name of God? What? Look to our manpower. It's no. It's what? It's 46.99 million. Well, 46.99 million. That's even higher than our core population. It's just meaning that every Brit is fighting here. Look at this. We have 128.70% of eligible core population and 2.5% of eligible non-core population. So, well, you would not have any manpower problems. Look down below that. Effective manpower modified by 2,575%. Well, that's certainly it's insanely overpowered. That has to be fixed. Let's go about the media censorship next, but that's just incredibly overpowered. So, media censorship. Censoring the media will allow our regime to hide any mistakes from the nation. They cannot protest what they do not know. So, I will, we can go with the elite military corps next, and then the bunker, and we would have to go for absolute power. Yeah, so next thing, let's go for, what's that? We can apparently go to genetic destiny, but only if we are at war. Well, that's interesting. Like 47.05 million. We are getting 58,000 new soldiers every month. Well, that is our power to say the least. I'm sorry, but simply that is our power to say the least. Well, alright there, alright, yo. So at least we have the UK fleet 1, yeah, great. Let's patrol in the English Sea, and you, our great fleet, you know, it's a more fleet, let's patrol there. Next, we will go for the military academies for the fascists. Military academies. Those who display traits that can be useful in the military will be taken to isolate schools to train them in the art of warfare, with or without their consent. Against national spirit military academies, which grant recruitable population 1.5%. Well, but it's 47 million right now. I mean, that is just incredibly overpowered. Yeah. Oh, let's justify against the Dutchman. Because the British are justifying against the Netherlands. So look at that. Who would have ever expected that to happen? Well. So we're getting military academies, but after the academies, I think I will go ahead and shift our spotlighting effort to the communist tree. Yeah, the Germans, well done Germany, getting attacked. Yeah, Edward VIII is leading the British nation. Edward VIII, the leader of the British Union of Fascists. Well, one thing is missing, and clearly the pictures for the spirits are missing. It's only a question mark everywhere. So military science will be next on the plan. Military science. Several industrial zones have been converted into self-contained scientific facilities, enabling our scientists to work longer hours more effectively, all whilst under constant guard, that is. So, actually, yeah, so I've presented the fascist path quite well. What you could do next is chemical warfare, then genetic destiny, which would give you genetic mutations. Well, that's interesting. You could go for purity or tolerance, then for absolute power, and then for merge the elite, the bunker, and then the elite coup. Well, I wouldn't go for this since it's my 7%. So that's about the British fascist, well, spotlight of this expansion. Let's go back to the menu and play it again, but now as the communist faction. So new game, there we go. United Kingdom, let's play on, it's why without air focuses. Let's just completely strengthen Britain, why not? I mean, we aren't going to attack anyone anyways, any recruits. So, let's take a spotlight now to the communist path. So, firstly, I'm just going to put factories everywhere, so they don't complain that we go just everywhere. That should be fine, superb. Now let's select some just basic research trees. So we have at least something research and our doctrine here. Let's just swiftly fill in the naval dockyards here. Yeah, I don't care where or what. And then, let's not get any, let's get actually some artillery as well. It's missing, it's unbelievable. Artillery, I go 5, let's say 4, then like this and like this. So, and then more of those. There we go. That's nice. Weapons first. So now, as always, go for the political reform. The political reform and speed up our bloody game. Political reform. As always, after our underwhelming victory in the First World War, some in our country have begun looking to more extreme forms of government in order to regain our national sovereignty, whereas others see no purpose in changing and already working. So George V died. I'm sorry, George V. Well, the British people won't mourn you. Well, in this case, the CPGB, which stands for, I think, Communist Party of Great Britain, led by Rajani Palanpat, by an Indian, will become the leading party of the UK. Excuse me. Alright, just... So, yeah, I'll get some oil from the nasty Americans. Political reform has been done, now it's time for revolution, which will grant us national spirit, mass of revolution, which grants political power minus 10% gain. Daily communism blood plus open of 5% and change. Popularity of communists 5%. They talk of democracy, freedom, fairness. Those are the creeds of cowards. The ones who will listen to 1,000 viewpoints and try to satisfy them all. Achievements comes through absolute power, and power through strength. That's the revolution in the United Kingdom. There we go. As always, I will not go for, well, an advisor. I'll only try to see if you're able to get communists with the help of the focus tree. United Nations. It seems, well, harder than the fascist one, that's for sure. But still doable, I think. So next thing will be strikes. Strikes. Workers of Britain. Show the ruling class that you will no longer work for their game. You must demonstrate your will to fight for the revolution. Effect against national spirit, against national strikes, which grants political power gain minus 10%, or consumer factories 20%, daily communism sport open or 5% change in popularity of communists 5%. So the communists currently have a popularity of, well, 8%. It's changing since we have the marmas of revolution in our country. 3 dockyards, fine, let's get some destroyers to destroy the fascists. Ha, ha, ha. I know, nice joke. So, Grand Beltline, the strikes are finished. Next will be propaganda. Yeah, Germany, I knew you would remilitarize the Rhinelands. That isn't something, well, unexpected, to be honest. There we go. So now propaganda. Several media outlets several media outlets have begun broadcasting anti-capitalist propaganda. We must ensure, god damn it, the events, we must ensure that the rest follows suit. Effect: against national spirit internationalism, which grants daily communism sports plus open 1%. Bye-bye. Change in popularity of communist 10%. So we, the Communist Party, would get already to around 30% there. It's gaining around 1% each day at this moment. Propaganda after 10 more days. Well, we shouldn't wait and get some research done here. There we go. Propaganda has been achieved. Next, political assassinations. Well, that's nasty. Some politicians and influential speakers have attempted to block the revolution. They must be silenced. Effect: against national spirit political assassinations, which grants political power, gain minus 20%, daily communism spot 0.1, change in popularity of communists 10%. Well, then the communists would be the strongest party, I think, within our nation. Well, but I can't see a coup in the focus tree, so this may be, well, not possible. We're gonna find out. After 13 more days, we will kill our political opponents. So King Edward abdicates. I'm sorry, King Edwards. That's you go. So, next thing will be to unite the nation. Unite the nation. Now that we have seized power, we must unite the nation in order to prevent any future internal conflicts. Our government may be weak for a time, but it certainly won't be for long. Effect: add, remove national spirit, national strikes, remove national spirit, political assassinations, remove national spirit, moments of revolution, change popularity of communists plus 30%. Well, I think, like, there you can see it's saying add dot, so normally I think it should bring the CPGP to power, but I think that the CPGP won't seize power and therefore we won't be able to get communist only through the focus tree. I think I'm gonna get the event and see if that's the case. So we will unite the nation nevertheless. Now the question is though, and there we go. Yeah, communists demand a referendum, and yeah, it's wow. I mean, just look at that, 81% already. Now you have to click the referendum is preferable to a bloody revolt, and there we go. The Union of Britain led by Rajani Palmdat. Well, he doesn't look really Indian for me, never mind. Because of Rajani, I thought that's an Indian name. Rajani Palmdat, he looks rather British. With blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah, never mind there. Next thing, let's go for, where was the, yeah, let's go for military academies. So military academies, which will give us those with its polite traits that can be useful in the military. It will be taken into isolated schools to train them in the art of warfare, with or without their consent. Against national spirit military academies, which grant recruitable population 1.5%, so that's nice. Next thing, let's take demands and army, and let's start justifying against the Dutch. Why not, after all? So just a conquer Holland. There we go. It will take some time, probably, before we are done. Well, we amassed quite a bit of political power, therefore I'm gonna just enact war economy, as well as let's get the satisfy requirement. Why not? Yeah, already, although there's no need for it. Now, next will be let's get the military police. Military police maintains order and suppresses resistance in occupied territories. Well, that's a nice thing, isn't it? To maintain order and to suppress resistance. Yeah, look, it's minus 37% research time. That's completely not obvious. Well, minus 37%. That's interesting. Now let's go into the experts and let's actually get a theorist. Let's get our military staff filled in with army, offense, and other nice stuff. Use assault as well as industrial concern. Alrighty ho. So the United Kingdom. Well, let's see. Our puppets, they are still within our control, but Australia went for never another Gallipoli. I think If Britain takes a different, well, ideology than the Australians do, most likely they will leave. They will attempt to leave the Commonwealth. So, military police, and next thing will be military. Let's looking at Department 5 or reform black shirts. Well, that is well, that's also quite nice because of partisans. Let's go for Department 5. So, Department 5. Department 5 is a highly classified organization that will quietly remove any dissenting opinions from populace whilst keeping as low a profile as possible. So, Department 5. There we go. Department 5 get into power. Well, Britain has a truly strong manpower potential now. Yeah, 8.6% available because of the war to end all wars factor. Yeah. Oh, it was quite funny to see the 2,500% boost there. 2,500%. So Japan goes aggressive against China all the bloody time. Well, I shouldn't be surprised, to be honest, about that. Not, yeah, I should not, certainly. So the Union of Britain will get the Department 5 after 6 days. After this, we could go for the secret police. Let's go for the secret police, yeah. With the foundation of our secret police laid out, it is time to put their officers into our cities. So, well, we are above half an hour already, so let's say the following concluding thing about this mod. Well, it's a really great mod, which gives you, well, if you are bored of going democratic as Britain all the time, if you want to try something exotic without, well, having the same focus tree, this mod is probably one of the best mods available for you for the vanilla game for Britain in the Steam Workshop. So, I really suggest you to check it out. The link will be, as always, down below in the description. Go sure to check it out. It is a great mod. Well, I had fun here already reviewing it. Goddammit, to review it. Yes. And it has one overpowered feature as the Fascist, which give you like 50 million manpower, so that has to be fixed. Although you can exploit this measure perhaps if you want. Anyways, I'll take a cut here, so thank you all for watching me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And to check out the mods, to like and subscribe to that. I'm Sacred and I'm out. Have a good day to you all and see you next time. Goodbye.